Hey, this is Mike and Tom with the Muscle and Speed podcast. We're here to talk about our favorite car movies, TV shows, music, and workouts, wheeling, whatever else comes to our mind. We're going to be posting these up once a week. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube at Muscle and Speed. We also have a website, www.muscleandspeed.com, where we'll eventually be selling some merch. Our goal here is to share our passion for all these things with the people who feel the same way. All right, we're back, fellas.
Evening, gents.
Hello.
You guys are looking great. Looking relaxed, looking healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got a stupid cold, so I sound stupid.
Well,
Stupider.
you know what? Well, we'll get there. All right. So, did you guys watch Fast and Loud this week, or get catch up on it at all?
No, I'm waiting until I get further into that build.
Right. So, someone brought that up. Is like they announced that they made this huge deal out of the SEMA build, and they had like the entry level where they basically took it apart and showed you the sketch of what they hoped to do or planned to do. And then today, or this week, they showed them dynoing an engine for it, which made 980 some horsepower and over 1,000 pound-feet of torque. I think it's one of the new Corvette motors. I can't remember right now what it was, but that's going in the Rivy. But then you didn't really see much else on it. And so the big story of it was he bought like a 1928 Ford pickup, and they're turning that into their new shop truck. But he gave him a budget of $5,000 to do it, which doesn't seem like enough money to do something like that.
Oh.
They're going to run a flathead V8 in it, which apparently he had, with a more modern transmission, but a Ford V8. I don't know if they're using a 9-inch rear end or what kind of rear end in it, but it's a Ford rear end. But it's that Bass Builds guy, that guy with the goatee that they sometimes bring on because he builds a lot of those early Fords. And it was actually one of his vehicles. It looks cool. They're keeping it with that distressed look. So they got brand new fenders for it, and then they beat the piss out of them, so they can mount to the truck and paint them to look like crappy paint.
I love the patina.
Yeah, gotta have that patina.
It's not just a phase.
And then they did this flip, and so this is the thing that I wanted to talk to you about. So Richard was showing on like one of his garage rehab episodes. He went to this shop and he got I think it was a 71 Barracuda with a 440 big block, overdrive transmission, all disc brakes. So it wasn't an original car and it wasn't numbers matching, but it had a lot of cool things on it. So he bought it while he was there from a guy for 45 grand. And he flipped it for 50. And he was really excited about it. And I guess, I don't know. I was torn about it because I see like when he does a build or he does these other things, he tends to make a hell of a lot more money than that on a vehicle. But he was really pumped about the 5-ish G's. I think he said he needed to do 47.5 to break even on it because he had to get it there and they had to tune it up and whatever. So I guess in reality he made like $2,500 on it. I don't know. That doesn't seem like his normal for him to get so excited about that.
Oh.
I don't know.
Weird.
Hard to say.
And a quick plug for Copper Country Ford. They have 1.99% financing on 60 months on a bunch of vehicles right now. They're used a lot. They're certified used Ford vehicles.
Really?
It's a pretty good deal. So if you're looking for a
that's
used
very
Ford,
low.
check them out.
Yeah.
Cool.
So then, the strongest man in history from last week. They went to Vegas, right?
Yep. I like that show.
Took on Montesaldo's feat of strength of lifting the car. I was surprised that Oberst couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot of weight. It was over 2,000 pounds, but I know he's got long legs, but that I was surprised that he couldn't do it. I mean, he could lift it. He just couldn't balance it and lift it. Was the problem.
Right.
The overhead press thing really, that was kind of neat.
It was.
That was very cool.
500 some pounds. Eddie pushed up with one arm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put it
Stupid.
mildly, I think Eddie still got it if he really wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was impressive. And then I think it's neat though that in certain aspects with these things, they have Brian Shaw do something more difficult because what they're asking them to do is not difficult enough for him. It's not a challenge to him to lift that car the way they did, and so they had him deadlift over. Well, it was equivalent to 1,000 pounds with that Mustang, with that guy in the back.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It
But they
is.
keep doing that, you know. They up the ante for him, or he destroys whatever it is they did. Like I said, like he gets beat sometimes on the agility events and or events that maybe he's just not used to. But when it comes to picking up something really heavy and moving it, he's your guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was really impressed. And then tonight is the season finale. And they said something about they're taking on the American Revolution. So I don't know if that means they're all going to attack Eddie or how that's going to go. Kick him out of the country finally. Send him back to Great Britain.
Get.
I don't know what that means, but it sounds like it's been successful enough that they're already planning a second season. So interesting to see what they do after this. But they picked a cool crew of guys. I hope they don't break them up or change them out because I think Oberst and Eddie are really funny, and I think they contrast well against Shaw because he's so intellectual and he tries to speak so well and he tries to not be controversial and not, you know what I mean? He plays the good boy really well, the Boy Scout.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think the key is he's not playing it. That's just who he is. I mean, he really is a genuinely good person.
Yeah.
Right.
And Eddie's more like most of us. Eddie and Robert.
Yeah. I don't think they give a shit.
No. And then you saw in other strongman news, Hafthor won his 9th consecutive Iceland's Strongest Man.
Yeah.
And he broke the world record for the Husafeld stone carry, 98.16 meters. That's a long ways with that big ass rock.
That is.
So it'd be interesting at some point if they. What I'd honestly like, I'd like to see them. I think it would be funny, like say, Hafthor set that record, right? It would be cool if next season if they just set it up to have Brian Shaw break it. It wouldn't count because it's not in competition, but it would still be funny.
Uh-huh.
Or maybe it would count. I don't know. I'm not saying maybe he couldn't break it. I'm not saying that I guess either, but interesting. But I really like the show, and I'm looking forward to Eddie Eats America because apparently he does some strongman stuff and he tries to eat impossible amounts of food, and that's just entertaining.
Yeah, that's going to be a good show as well.
Yep.
But yeah, enough of that crap. So then the other thing I sent you guys, the Raptor rumor. Ford's talking about putting the 5.2 liter Predator engine into the Raptor next year.
Uh-huh.
What do you think of that?
Sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
I don't think you can go wrong throwing a bunch of horsepower at a Raptor.
No.
Well, there's a guy from Pagani that's got a Shelby Raptor.
Yeah.
It's pretty souped up.
I
Yeah,
bet.
those are high horsepower, aren't they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not
Those
sure
would
what
be right
they
up
are,
there.
but I bet they're up there.
Yeah, probably 700.
It's a nice looking truck.
You can just throw a Roush supercharger on any 5.0 in an F-150 or the Mustangs, and you're up around 700 horsepower right away.
Exactly.
That's insane. And then you see, Roush announced their new F-150, the Roush package, I should say, 650 horsepower, 0 to 60 in less than 4 seconds. Because everybody wants to do.
Yeah.
And it was like it was a quad cab F-150. It wasn't like a short box little one. It was a big F-150. It looked pretty cool too.
That's a nice looking truck.
I would drive that.
It'd be hard to put a load of wood in there though.
That's the problem. It loses some of its truckness, doesn't it?
Yeah. 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 Just put a hard cover on the top of it. You got a nice car.
Yeah. So that was a nice segue into my next thing.
I know what you're going to
Ford
say.
versus Ram versus Chevy HD pickup challenge. Did you see this?
Mm-hmm.
Now I have an honest question. Is the Chevy HD the ugliest vehicle that has ever been made? And I'm dead serious when I say that.
That's woof.
Yeah.
It's the ugliest thing
Silverados.
I've ever seen come out of Detroit. It
Yep.
is.
Silverados are pretty ugly anyways.
They yeah, like I think it's uglier than a Pontiac Aztek. I think it's uglier than a Prius. I think it's uglier than that's the ugliest thing I've ever seen come out of Detroit. I don't know how the hell that came out of their design team and someone went, "Yeah, let's go with this one." I want to know what the other options were then. I want to see them.
That's just hideous.
It's the ugliest thing I've ever seen.
Oh, what the heck?
I've seen it with the black plastic front. That was in the initial pictures on the article. I saw it with the chrome front with the higher trim level. Yeah, that is the ugliest truck ever made by anybody at any time in the history of man.
It looks like something like Ford or Ram guys would make. It'd be like, it's probably gonna be like a prototype they're gonna come out with. No, this is it.
No, what it looks like is if someone was making fun of Chevy and drew a shitty truck to piss off Chevy fans.
Yeah.
That's
Put
what
the
it looks
headlights
like.
here, and then we'll give it eyebrows.
Look like, oh, I don't know. And I got a buddy that works for GM. God bless him. This is the worst truck I've ever seen. It's the worst vehicle I've ever seen. I've never seen a car uglier than that.
It'd probably look better in the front end if they just had the logo on the front.
It would look better in the front end if they cut the rear off and put it on the front.
And they like talking about the new tailgate, don't they?
Yeah. Sweet tailgate.
Just put it there.
But think about this. So the Corvette, I think, is a winner. I mean, I'm not sure about the mid-engine thing, but it's a good-looking car, and it's a great value for what it is. But the Camaro, they've ruined. The sales are dropping off steady. It's ugly. They need to redesign it again, but they're also trying to get off the platform that it's on. So they're limited in what they can do. And now their moneymaker, their truck, they just made the ugliest vehicle of all time and put it up against two very good-looking trucks that are very good performers. Because let's be real here. Outside of a few specific things here or there, they all perform about the same. Like, there's slight differences, but they perform about the same. Their reliability is about the same. So when you're looking at one, unless you're just a blind nut hugger for whatever brand, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I think it's cool when someone picks a side and goes for it. But you have the ugliest one. Can we be
If they
inappropriate
don't
for a
sell,
second?
you're gonna get good buys on them if they don't sell. So
It's like if you're at the school dance and you're
Yep.
looking over at the wall where all the girls are standing.
Uh,
you think I'm
Quarter
gonna
to-
go for the sure thing.
You want the one with the fucked up grill?
Depends what else you're looking for.
yeah. It's 1:45, man. We gotta go. Yeah, let's get a frozen pizza and get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I can't. I really can't believe that happened. I can't believe that came out of their design team. Like, you know how many people had to approve of that?
Hundreds.
It's not like it was one person or one group. It was a lot of people.
Yeah,
I
and
got
focus
great.
Because
Focus
they do
groups
clay
agreed.
models, they do all kinds of things before they actually change a panel or produce something.
Yep.
That's unbelievable, unforgivable.
Oh, but like Tommy said, it'll be probably be pretty cheap to go buy one
Yeah,
after a year.
yeah, yeah. They're well, and they've already announced that sales are not going well, and it's dropping off. Ram had already passed the Silverado. The Ram series of trucks had already passed the Chevy series of trucks in sales. This is going to make it way worse.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the bottom line. Yeah, I'm not impressed. I'm gonna have to go back and bleep out that word though, because we can't have that on here.
What word? You said truck.
I said truck.
Yeah.
That trucking thing. The ugliest truck
That's why I
grill
missed
I've ever seen. The ugliest trucking grill I've ever seen.
Hey, just put random bleeps throughout the whole thing.
That's all right. I stand by what I said. It's horrible.
I got your back. I got your back.
It is though. I mean, if you and I were building a truck and it came out looking like that, then people would be like, "Hey, good job, guys! You made something."
Yeah.
But not people with like some of the best designers in the industry with billions of dollars. It's not what you expect. Oh well. And speaking of things that are annoying, did you guys see that story about some guy? He's headed to a party and his Tesla's got a low battery. He parks in a stranger's yard and plugs into his house without him knowing and leaves it there for 12 hours while he goes off to party. What would you do if you woke up and found a Tesla in your front yard plugged into your house? I mean, I don't picture that's something that could happen in the UP, but you never know. What do you think?
Yeah,
Would you freak out? Would you just unplug him? Would you?
No, put it on block so it's a 1/8 inch off the ground.
That's just a weird thing to do. That's a really weird thing to do.
Sounds like something a Tesla driver would do.
Yeah. A Bernie Sanders fan.
Yeah, it's like those Tesla
Isn't power
Tesla
for everyone?
Yeah.
Tesla plugins, like their
Mi
remote.
casa, su casa.
You got plugins out in the middle of nowhere with a diesel generator powering the electric plugins.
Yeah. That was weird. Because normally I don't click on that kind of crap, but that caught my eye just because that's a weird thing to happen.
Yep.
I mean, think about how pissed people get when someone steals their gas. I guess that's worse because that's limiting your ability to drive your car. But I don't know. It's still weird. It's a weird thing to do. So then, the other thing that went down over the weekend, last weekend, was Roadkill Nights. That's the big show down on Woodward with the Motor Trend On Demand people. It's something I want to get to, and they never know from one year to the next if they're even going to get to do it. But they get to go and they shut down part of Woodward. They drag race on it. Everybody brings whatever car they want. You know, obviously there's thousands of people that go to this now, so you're going to be waiting in line a lot if you want to race a car. But I want to do that someday, and I want to take a car. I think that would be a lot of fun.
It would be. For sure.
Just to say you did it. I mean, drag racing on Woodward's got to be on any car guy's bucket list. It's got to be. That's like racing on Mulholland. I mean, if you can do it, if you get the opportunity, you know, unless you're in your mom's minivan, but even then I say go for it.
Racing.
Let her eat. Rev that thing up in neutral, slam it into drive.
Kill it right there.
Yep. Nothing like a neutral slam, so you get a little tire spin. You feel cool. Why not? Yeah, it's pretty nuts. And then this weekend, Saturday, is the Q Cruise, the 17th, unless it rains, and then it'll be the 18th. We're going to be down there with our cars. We'll have the Mustang down there, the Cutlass down there. We'll have Julie's truck down there. My brother will be here with his IROC Z. We'll be hanging out. We put a shirt into the prize and gave up some Baraga County bucks so someone can go have dinner and have a Muscle and Speed t-shirt on us.
Right on.
Sweet, dude.
Yeah. We'll be taking pictures. We're going to do the Facebook thing, the Instagram thing. We'll have YouTube videos out of it. We're going to do the whole thing.
I have to get back to Pesky in time.
Yeah. Yeah, what time does it start? Is it 1 o'clock? Or 3 o'clock? It's something like that.
Oh, good. It's afternoon.
Yeah, it's not right away in the morning.
Okay.
Starts at registration at 1 and cruise from 3 to 4:30.
Okay. Yeah, it's a good time. And this year they did get the police out, so they'll be blocking the route so we don't get broken up as much when we're on the cruise. The turnaround spot is notorious for burnouts. There will be a police officer there, but we'll see how closely he's watching. Hopefully not too closely, because I know a lot of guys like to do that right there. But yeah, it should be a good time. And for all our folks out there, I'm actually on vacation right now, so I'm in a hotel room while we're doing the podcast. And so we're going to keep this one a little bit shorter than the others. I just wanted to get down and get some of this stuff out and talk about it a little bit. Just so we keep going.
Yep. Yeah, you have to go soak in the jacuzzi, don't you?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all right, fellas. I hope you guys can make it Saturday. We can hang out. The dog father will be down there.
Go.
There's always the queue. They have good food. Good food and a full bar.
Right on.
Ice cold soda.
Yep. Lattes.
Soda pop. All right, gents.
Alrighty.
Have fun on vacation.
Thanks.
Heck yeah, man.